Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome from around the world to this Emerging Nations World Championship Group B game between Turkey and the Solomon Islands. We just heard the two national anthems. Both teams are out in the middle. We're not too far away from kickoff. Bar TV are streaming all the Emerging Nations World Championship games on Facebook, YouTube. It's also on the Emerging Nations and International Rugby League websites as well. So make sure if you're watching from around the world, let us know where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. Let's run through the two teams. So we'll start with the Turkish team. At fullback we have Alper Karabork. On the wings we have Kenan Tarpis and Hussein Karabork. In the centres we have Errol Carter and Arda Dalsik. At 5'8", we have Jaden Salmon Cochran, and at halfback we have Aiden Salmon Cochran, so that'll be a good one for me. In the front row we have Adam Baskanyali and Enes Erten. At hooker we have Ali Surer. In the second row we have Volkan and Emre Katuk, and locking down the scrum is the captain Jansen Turgut. On the bench today in the 14 we have Yusuf Dagdanasar, 15 Erdem Kagdas, 16 Alison Assar, and 17 Atta Seltutan. As the game's already underway here with Solomon Islands with the first use of the ball. And as you can hear from our effects mics, the Turkish fans are out in numbers, and I'm joined here in commentary by Paul Arundale. Not the best start there for the Solomon Islands.
No, not the best start at all. Solomon Islands boys, a bit of a nervous start. They flew into Sydney last night, and it's a big ask to come out here and play a game, but it's early days.
Well, there are a few tongue twisters for the Turkish team. I'll probably take me about 10 minutes to read out the Solomon Islands lineup, as we've got fullback Moses Singer Moana. On the wings, Stephen Momoa and Pui Lavenstar. In the centres, we have Gareth Kangalu and Henry Angikimoa. 5'8" as Turkey win the scrum and come down the left-hand side. We'll get back to that team in a second. Good strong run from Dalsik on the scrum. They're only 10 metres out here, Turkey. That's the 32.
Front you curly one there.
They've stitched me up hardcore. That's fine. That's the big front rower, Baskanyali. He'll be tackled 5 out from the line, so early pressure here from Turkey. So come the open side. Through the halfback, he beats one the halfback, he'll go close. He'll go very close, does he get it down? No, stops short of the line. Awfully close as they go from dummy half. That's Salmon Cochran, the 6. That's Jaden Salmon Cochran. They come back the open side. Nice kick in behind, and that's the first points. Arda Dalsik goes over. And Turkey lead 4-0 with a kick to come. What a start for Turkey.
Yeah, absolutely awesome set from the Turkish boys. They winded up. I thought Aiden Salmon Cochran, he was almost over, but then they grabbed their shape again and went again. And a nice little kick in there from the number 26, which we also have on the program. Might have to do some sprints and get down there and find out some of those jersey changes for you, Jan.
I've been sold a dummy from the officials down there. And I asked what the jersey numbers were. The 32 looks like it's Kenan Tarpis. So Kenan Tarpis will be wearing the 32 jersey. Alper Karabork will be wearing the 9 jersey. They're all in different jerseys, by the looks of things.
Well, we'll try and do our best. I might have to run down shortly, Dan, and get you these jersey changes for me.
The 24 looks like it's Hussein Karabork, so he'll be taking the kick. He'll be looking to make it 6 points to 0, and a fast start from Turkey. Solomon Islands took the kick off. An error in the first couple of plays, and Turkey have capitalised.
not the best start for Solomon Islands. As I said, they jumped on the plane and flew into Sydney last night. But, you know, once we see the boys get the ball in the hand, I'm sure it'll be a different story. They've, in a tough group, Turkey, they've had a big rise in rugby league football over the last couple of years. They've basically gone for, well, they have gone from nothing to getting stronger every year.
So I'm just trying to do some running repairs on this team sheet. Everybody seems to be wearing a different number except the try scorer, thankfully. And that's what they call a shank in Australian terms.
Turkey 4, Solomon Islands 0.
Hooked that one to the left of the upright. So the score remains 4-0 here at Windsor Sporting Complex. Sunny, just probably 45 minutes northwest of Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. So if you're joining us from overseas, that's where we're located. Beautiful conditions here. It was a little bit warmer earlier on in the afternoon, but there is a slight breeze to cool things down here. So Turkey out of the gates early, 4-0. Solomon Islands will just look to settle things down. As they'll get us back underway. A good little kickoff there to deal with. Turkey will bring it off their own line now. And that's the 8, Baskanyali. Big boy in the front row. Be tough to put down today. So they go through their hands. Very enterprising play from Turkey early on. So they come back the open side now, and they've beaten one tackle. Up over the 40. That's the third and a penalty. Too much work in the ruck. That's the 13 Turgut. Good strong running from Turkey early on, showing a lot of intent.
That's a wobbly one. That's not going to find touch, Dan.
It's a coach killer. Oh, they nearly regathered as well. Solomon Islands now looking to get their hands on the ball and keep hold of it. Slow play the ball. I'll come back centre field through the 13 Tungaka. Solid defence from Turkey early on. That'll be the winger, Momoa, coming in doing some work. Good defence in the middle of the park. Solomon Islands still with possession as they come down the shorter side. That's the 13 Tongaka again. If you can't tell from the effects marks, there's certainly a lot of Turkish support here, and the Solomon Islands have put the ball on the deck again. That comes from a good line speed from Turkey.
Yeah, they're certainly up quick in defence, and Solomon Islands boy there, I think it was Hagakamako, he just had a bit of a look as he took it, but just got to settle down here, and maybe they're trying to get out there, just tell the boys to calm the nerves. But still plenty of time in this. Just got to compose themselves a bit. Turkey have just come out flying.
Yeah, bull at a gate sort of stuff, Turkey. They've been foot to the floor early on. So they win the scrum feed, come back the open side. That's Volkan in the 33. Nice little run out of dummy half now. That's one of the wingers. Nice offload. And a penalty to the Solomon Islands. So that one goes against the run of play, and incorrect play the ball. Solomon Islands are let off the hook there.
Yeah, it's just what Solomon Islands would have needed, just to compose themselves and maybe just play it at their own pace a bit this set of 6. Find a good kick for touch and go from there.
That is a good kick for touch as well. It picks up probably around 20, 30 metres. I'll get a chance to go on the attack here with Solomon Islands. So Turkey's line speed's been very good. They put a lot of pressure on with their defence early, Turkey. So good to see what Solomon Islands can come up with here. I'll play the ball 30 out on the first. So they go down the very narrow short side. It's Lavenstar. Tough man to bring down by the looks of things. He tackled 20 out from the line. Still plenty of tackles up their sleeve here for the Solomon Islands. So they come back the open side through Sanya. Ball's on the deck. It's gone backwards. Play on, says the referee. Lavenstar does the cleaning up. Just a little bit sloppy with the ball early on Solomon Islands. They come out the back. Nice cutout pass. Oh, nearly intercepted there by Turkey. I'll get 6 more tackles. It was a long cutout pass. Turkey nearly read it to perfection. There's a run out of dummy half from Angi Kamua. There's a nice hit up from the 12. Sao Mataangi. 20 out from the line. Options both sides as they come the open side now. And that's the front rower, Manu'u. He'll be tackled just shy of the 10-metre line. Solomon Islands on the attack. So they shift the player, nice short ball. Mayabata now, 5 metres out from the line. Solomon Islands putting the pressure on. They're down 4-0 early. Nice step off the left foot there by Sanya. He'll go close, Sanya. He's over the line. Can't get it down, though. Good defence from Turkey on their goal line. Last tackle. Playing the ball pretty much on the goal line as they come out to the left now. That's Kangalu. Kangalu, he'll go close. Did he get it down? No. Knocked on over the line. So good signs there, though, for the Solomon Islands.
Yeah, that's right. They just had to get that set of 6 and good set. And, you know, Turkey will have to bring this out of their own territory. So well done to Solomon Islands.
With the ball being dropped over the goal line and knocked on, it'll be a 7-tackle set here for Turkey. So that'll be 0 tackle. Don't forget about that. They've earned themselves a penalty as well.
Yeah, one of the beauty things about the Solomon Islands squad that's come out, most of them are all local players from the Solomon Islands. Turkey is a bit of a mix of, say, Sydney players and also Turkish players. But Solomon Islands, pretty much their full squad are made of local products. So well done to the Solomon Islands.
And that loud cheer from the Turkish supporters was because their team found touch after the last effort. There's the try scorer, Dalsic. And another penalty. They're just trying to slow play the ball down, the Solomon Islands, and they're getting pinged for it early. Just trying to take the sting out of these Turkish attacks.
Yeah, the Turkish side, they're certainly playing this at a fast pace, and Solomon Islands boys, they're coming in numbers there in that tackle, but they're certainly feeling it early.
And they'll play the ball out 30 from the line, Turkey, as they come down the near side here. Nice cut-out pass of the try scorer, Dalstick. He'll step back inside, nice fend. And the Solomon Islands get good numbers in the tackle. Just shy of the 20-metre line. Plenty of tackles up their sleeve here for Turkey. So they come down the short side through the 11. That's Katup. He'll be tackled 10 metres out. They come the open side. It's Baskanyali now. He's tackled just short. Turkey leading 4-0 with a chance here. That's the 26. That's Jaden. Jaden Salmon Cochran. There's 2 Salmon Cochrans out there in the halves. There's the other one. Oh, it's been spilled. That's a try. Volkaner cleans up the scraps and Turkey are over again. Solomon Islands couldn't clean up the kick. And Volkaner was Johnny on the spot. 8-0 with the kick to come.
Yeah, they're just looking better in attack, the Turkish side at this stage. And bit of a dodgy bounce, but it's all fish and chip paper, as they say. And Turks get their second. Here it is on the replay. Salmon Cochran from dummy half just puts it on the toe and just over a bounce, and gets the try.
Well, that was Aiden Salmon Cochran with the kick. We'll go with ASC for short. What it'd have to be his brother, you'd think, or some sort of relation. Jaden Salmon Cochran's in the 26, so we'll go with JSC for 26. Turkey have jumped out to an 8-0 lead with a kick to come.
Yeah, fantastic support here for the Turkish side as well. They've come into the grandstand here, and the place is buzzing now.
Solomon Islands, nil. Kick come.
Big Karabok to try to get the extras. Taking his time over this one. Strikes it and pushes it to the left of the upright. So the scoreline remains 8-0 here. Turkey over the Solomon Islands. We've had 15 minutes gone in this first half. Emerging Nations World Championships here, coming to you live through Bar TV from the Windsor Sporting Complex, about 45 minutes northwest of Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. If you're watching on Bar TV Sports, whether it be on Facebook or YouTube or on any of the internet sites that are streaming this game, make sure you let us know where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. As you said, Paul, a lot of these, or if not all of these players from the Solomon Islands, all from their local competitions over in the Solomon Islands. So hopefully there's a big contingent tuning in to watch their loved ones today.
Yeah, we've got a few messages. Go to the team Solomon Islands. One that's thrown me a bit from Jess Osborne, just wondering when the Turkey v Solomon Islands AFL match is to start.
That might be tomorrow.
Might be. Hopefully Bar TV's covering that too.
Best of 3 series, NRL, AFL and cricket. And a little bit too eager there, Solomon Islands. They look for the short kick-off and just got themselves in front of the kicker. Turkey look to find touch and do so. So they'll go straight back on the attack here, Turkey. 8-0. They've looked good with the ball. It only took us 10 minutes to get their numbers sorted out, but we got there, Paul. We think. Baskanyali, he's as per program, number 8. And an error in the play the ball from the big front rower. So they let the Solomon Islands off the hook.
Yeah, we just got a question from one of the viewers on the stream, just wanting to know if there's any NRL players in either side. There isn't, but the Karabok brothers, they play for the Blacktown Workers. That's the Manly Warringah Seagulls feeder club. So they're from the New South Wales Cup. And also Vulcan he's a St George SG ball player, so the under-20s here in the New South Wales Cup. So Turkey, as I say, they do have a good mix of local players back home in Turkey and also players from the Sydney and Brisbane local competitions.
A little bit of a shove in the scrum there, but the Solomon Islands managed to maintain possession. They come down the short side now. That's Tangaka, the 13. Might have crept up a little high.
He doesn't look well there on the paddock. Hopefully the young fella can get back to his feet. Just say that he just, was that the old magic sponge there come out?
Yeah, and the magic sprays in the bum bag.
He's been busy early, Tangaka, so he's back to his feet now, so hopefully he'll continue on. And we've got one on report.
Yeah, it's Arda Dalsik. He's the first try scorer today. A bit of a dangerous tackle there. They find touch to Solomon Islands. 35 out from the Turkey try line. Straight back up and takes the first hit up too. Good signs there from Tangaka.
That's what you want to see.
running into the teeth of the Turkish defence, followed by a run from Manu. There's a penalty there for the Solomon Islands. Hand on the ball, trying to slow the play the ball down. Looking to take the quick play the ball there.
Amazing to think that this game's almost 20 minutes old. It's being played at a cracking pace.
That's the 14, Jefferson Syria. He's inside the 10-metre line now. Full set of 6 at their disposal here for the Solomon Islands. 8 points to 0 down. Nice short ball. That's Horoy. He's pushed back in defence. They've looked really good in defence, Turkey, so far. Hitting strong as they come down the short side. Mao Nu'u. He's tackled 5 out. An incorrect play the ball, it looks like. These penalties in possession are a killer. It just lets Turkey off the hook. Just didn't get his foot to the ball. That's what that signal means for anybody watching. You've got to try and make an attempt with your foot to play the football. And the referee deemed that he didn't make a significant attempt there. Turkey now will have their first play 30 metres out from their own line. Mcdonald to take the tap. Good numbers in the tackle there. It was the 11 Katuk. That's the 32 now. He's beaten 1, beaten 2. Tennis Tarpus still going. Tarpus with the offload. And a little knock on there from Turkey. Great play from the winger Tarpus. Very elusive.
Yeah, they're just trying to push that last pass there, the Turkey side. They got the ball in their hands. They look really dangerous. Just trying to get a little bit too fancy. It's still early days in this game, and just hang on to those passes. Solomon Islands could be in all sorts.
Well, Solomon Islands will have a scrum feed 32 out from their own line. Neither team really able to get through a set at the moment. Will be the first play. They come down the short side and built the ball, so Turkey come up with it. So just unable to get through a set at the moment, the Solomon Islands. And there's a penalty to the Solomon Islands. So another penalty goes against the team with possession.
Yeah, referees are cracking down on that early. Just making sure he's just letting the boys know who's in control. So well done to the referee.
Well, you know what, they copped a bit of flack earlier on in the NRL season for enforcing those sorts of rules, but I like it. It is a rule in the rule book to play the ball with your foot. It's good to see the referees upholding the letter of the law. And the Solomon Islands go back on the attack. 15 out from the line now. That's Horoy. He's picked up and put down. 20 out. They come the open side. Mayabata. Good strong run from the front rower. He's inside the 10. Quick play the ball. They come the open side. It's Sanya now. Sanya takes the line on.
Picked off.
In a dummy half, he goes himself. Tenga Moana. Pass tackle, they come the open side through Sanya. Sanya short ball. And that's a changeover. Angie Kimua just couldn't get to the try line.
Yeah, a bit of a disappointing end of that set for Solomon Islands. They starting to go 1 out, and yeah, not the best end of that set. Hopefully they can learn from that.
A little bit bunched at the moment, Turkey, behind the play the ball. Working it off their own line now. Good numbers and good contact in defence from the Solomon Islands too. Turkey now look to work it away from their own end. That's the 12, Urton. They come down the short side through the 13. Turgott, the skipper, he'll play the ball 40 out. An early kick from dummy half as well. That's Sura. Puts it up high. Well taken by the fullback. Doesn't want to go down easy either. Singer Moana. Momoa now breaks through the line. He comes to the fullback. Good cover defence, and that was one of the big front rowers as well coming across. Dagdanasar. Good little break there from Momoa. So Matangi now earns his team a penalty. Not back the 10.
Just a little bit eager there in defence, getting up there. Solomon Islands, once they get a roll on those play the balls, they are very hard to ping down. Turkey just trying to get up quick.
I'm going to kick for touch here. And he's found touch. Has it gone too far? Oh, the touch he's given him a great spot. I'll take the tap centimetres from the try line. Looks like it'll be Syria to take the first run. He goes for the line, Syria. He goes close. He stopped just short. Tenga Moana into dummy half. Short ball. Good numbers in defence from Turkey. That was Mayabata. They come back the open side. And a penalty. So the Solomon Islands pouring the pressure on. Tenga Moana with the tap. So Matangi, he stopped short. They've gone close a few times, the Solomon Islands. Can they get over the stripe? So they come to the left. Runs in behind a couple of his players, and the referee's not going to allow that. I think he was going to allow the first one there, Paul, but not the second.
Yeah, he's got him for the shepherd there. They just seem to get a bit of white line fever there, close to the line, the Solomon Island side. They get inside that 10 and their shape goes all out the window. They just lost their way there again, and Turkey survived.
As that breeze stiffens up here at Windsor. Turkey will find touch. 25 out from their own line. So for as good as Turkey have been in this game, the scoreline still reads 8-0 Turkey over the Solomon Islands. So by no stretch of the imagination are they out of this, the Solomon Islands. A little bit more composure in that attacking zone. Could see them right back in this game.
Great defence.
Yeah, good numbers in the tackle, driving them back. Nice footwork from the big man. That was Yusuf Dagdanasar. Lovely little right foot step. That's Katup. He'll be tackled right on the halfway line. All over him in the play the ball, and a penalty comes. Looking like he wanted a piggyback there at one point. Turkey fine touch. This is where they've looked dangerous, Turkey.
Yeah, Solomon Islands won't mind this. The referee just holding up play.
JSC with the tap. That comes to the 18, one of the substitutes. Kagdas. Dalsic now. Dalsic beats one, beats two. Dalsic for the line. He's still going. Players hanging off him. And they finally get him down. 2 metres short of the line. He's looked likely, Dalsic. He's already scored the first try today. So they come the open side. They've got plenty of numbers. He throws the dummy, the little halfback. And Aidan Salmon Cochrane goes over. ASC with the try. 12-0 with a kick to come.
Yeah, Aidan Salmon Cochrane, he's just too flashy around the edges there, and he just gets around his opposite position player and just put the afterburners on and scored. A very good run there from Madrid Dalsic, the lead-up work for that try. He got the platform going for the Turkey side, and as you see, Aidan Salmon Cochrane, over you go, son.
Yeah, he had some support on the outside as well, but he backed his ability and his speed there and just showed them a clean pair of heels. Makes the scoreline 12 points to 0. Turkey over the Solomon Islands with just under 12 minutes to go here in this first half at the Windsor Sporting Complex.
Interesting, Dean, just looking through the program here. It says the Salmon Cochrane boys are unattached. If there's any scouts tuning into this stream, sign them up.
Whenever they've been down this end, Turkey, they've looked really sharp with the ball. Hard to stop. This would be Sura now with the kick. Strikes it. And strikes it well. Conversion successful. The scoreline now reads Turkey 14, Solomon Islands 0. Just over 11 minutes to go in this first half.
This is a massive period for the Solomon Islands boys now. They don't want to get this game to get away from them. So this remaining 10 minutes of this first half, very important.
Bar TV bringing you these games live from the Windsor Sporting Complex in the Emerging Nations World Championships. We've got another game coming up after this. We've got Greece taking on Hungary, the European derby. Should be a good one.
It certainly will be.
The Solomon Islands get us back underway. And they've let that bounce. Awkward bounce. They managed to corral it. That's the 32. That's Tarpus. Back up over the 20. So what looked like a shaky restart. The winger certainly made the most of it. As that's the skipper Turgott now with the play the ball as they come down the short side. Plenty of numbers down that short side. There's an offload and they put it on the deck. That was Katup. Let's put it on the deck so the Solomon Islands now have a chance to hit back. Tangaka will play the ball 40 out from the line on the first. So they come the open side, that's Sanya. Sanya now with a bit of a bullet pass there to Angakasti. Angakitasi will get it right eventually. So they go down the short side. Lavenstar going awfully close to that sideline. Manages to stay in field though. 25 out from the Turkish line. Oh, great hands there. And not such great hands. And a penalty inside the 10, so the Solomon Islands can breathe a sigh of relief there. They look to have let Turkey off the hook.
Yeah, Solomon Islands again, they've just got to be composed here when they've got the ball in the hand. They're just popping those passes, a bit like Turkey was doing early on. See what they can come up with here.
Ngikimua. I was going to say he'll be tackled short. He kept going and he's earned his team another penalty. So penalty count starting to rack up here against Turkey. I'll take the tap. They come the short side through Sao Matangi. He's tackled about a metre out from the line. Slow play the ball. Goes himself from dummy half. That's the 17. Tony K. Puya. And that's a try to the Solomon Islands. They're on the board. Scoreline reads Turkey 14, Solomon Islands 4 with a kick to come. And Tony K. Puya has got across the stripe.
Yeah, from the Coral Sea Roosters, back home in Solomon Island. Just darting over for dummy half. They needed to come up with something before half time, and they've just done that. So if they can add the extra 2 points here, it's a great way to finish this first half, because Turkey have been all over the Solomon Islands, really.
They're well represented, the Coral Sea Roosters. A few of the boys out there today representing that club, representing their country.
There's a score. Turkey 14, Solomon Islands 4 with Kickoff.
And as good as Turkey have been, Paul, that puts the Solomon Islands right back in this one.
Oh, it certainly does, and I think their coach will be looking forward to the half-time session, Andrew Peter, just to calm the boys down and say, look, you're in this. They certainly are. They're thrashing out the big hits. It's great to see. They've probably got the best jersey in the competition. Plenty of colour, plenty of excitement. Just to think they were on a plane last night, flying into Sydney, and they're playing a rugby league game. Don't see that too often.
And we thought we were going to have problems with their team list because we didn't have it until about half an hour before the game. Turkey have thrown the dummy and put everybody else in different jerseys. As the conversion is successful, lovely kick there from Eddie Moa Arba. 14 points to 6. And it hasn't been through lack of trying for the Solomon Islands, although I'm a bit worried with how deep they're standing on this kickoff. Options there for Turkey to go short if they want it.
We see it so often in rugby league. The restart so crucial. Teams after scoring points, they just switch off. Hopefully Solomon Islands are ready to go.
As they go long, Turkey. Well, not long, but high. Plenty of numbers in defence from Turkey, and they're going to drive him over the sideline. Great defence from Turkey. Enes Erten was instrumental in there.
Also Keenan Tarpas there. Great hustle there from the Turkey side, and as I said, you've got to switch on there straight after the restart. Probably a little bit of inexperience there from the Solomon Islands mob, and Turkey now apply the pressure.
Well, they didn't go short off the kickoff, but they still got the ball back, so just over 5 minutes to go in this first half. It's important here that the Solomon Islands switch on defensively. They fought so hard to get themselves back into this game. It'd be a shame now to let up an easy try.
Big front rower there, Yusuf Dagadessa. Doesn't he look like a mean character?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be running at him. That's why I'm sitting up here. It's Turkey now, put it through the hands. Still going, nice offload. And finally brought down 15 out from the line, Turkey. Play the ball, that's the 24. Karabor, as they go down the short side now. Still going. 2 metres out from the line, second tackle. In at dummy half, they come the open side. That's ASC now, tackled with the ball. That's Aiden Salmon Cochran. There's the hooker, Surin. Sura's over. And all that hard work the Solomon Islands have done to get back in this one. Turkey strike right back. 18-4 with a kick to come. 18-6 with a kick to come.
Yeah, they were just a bit sluggish there, Solomon Islands again. They had numbers out here to the left, the Turkey side, and it was just that the pass didn't go astray, but Sarah just sees a couple of lazy defenders around the ruck and just dive straight over. Just not moving up the Solomon Islands team there. And that could be a crucial play heading into half-time, Turkey.
As I said, just when you thought they were back in it, Turkey strike back. Take this out to a 2-try lead. And take it out to 14 here with a successful conversion. Asura tries to convert his own try. Taking his time over it. Moves in now. Strikes it, just a little chip towards the post, and it's successful. That takes the scoreline out to 20 points to 6. Turkey over the Solomon Islands. Just under 3 minutes to go in this first half. Plenty of Turkish support here this afternoon. They all seem to be sitting right next to our effects mics.
Yeah, Interesting, that try scorer, Sura, plays for Porthosine Rugby Union.
Got a convert over.
Yeah.
Does Turkey take the kickoff now? It's Karana, the 18. Sorry, Kagdas. We've got two 18s on the sheet. That's Dalsic now. He'll play the ball 30 out from his own line. Nice change of direction there. And a nice run from the 13. That's the skipper, Turgott.
Yeah, plenty of experience there with Turgott. Plays for Hulls FC and also Salford in the Super League.
Good run out of dummy half as well. That's the 9. Karabork will play the ball 40 out. A minute 30 to go in this first half. It was important last set for the Solomon Islands not to concede. It's vitally important. There's JSC. That's Jaden Salmon Cochran puts it up. Looks like it's been knocked on by Turkey, so we'll have a change of possession. Solomon Islands hold on.
Yeah, only just. So I've just got to run this clock down to half-time. Solomon Islands get into the shed, have a chat to their coach and regroup. They're only 14 points down and Turkey have had all the running, so just find that little bit of composure. They're right back in this.
It hasn't been through a lack of effort for the Solomon Islands. Certainly tried hard. A little knock on there at the back of the scrum. I'll tell you what, with 30 odd seconds left in this half, Turkey want to pack the scrum here, get the clock stopped. They don't look like they're in any rush, Turkey. A few arms waving around, trying to direct traffic. They need a hooker to stop the clock.
Good thing there, the referee didn't call time off for Solomon Islands. It just chewed up another 15 seconds.
And another knock on at the back of the scrum. Well, there's something you don't see every day.
Well, that was almost like the wedge.
Well, it nearly worked too if he could have picked it up cleanly. That should see us out till half time now. And I think that's the hooter in the background. And that'll be half time as the Turkish fans get to their feet and applaud their troops. Scoreline here at the Windsor Sporting Complex reads Turkey 20, Solomon Islands 6. We'll take a half-time break. We might head up to the Leagues Club for a quick bevy, and we'll be back for the second half.
Half-time 20, Solomon Islands 6.
back here for the second half in this Emerging Nations World Championship match between Turkey and the Solomon Islands. I'm joined in commentary by Paul Arundale. How are you, Paul?
Yeah, very good. I just had a quick look down the sheds, the boys and Solomon Island boys. They haven't given up hope. They're confident going into this second half, and Turkish boys are loud and proud. So we're in for a treat this second half.
Well, we'll be joined in this second half by Gürol Yildiz, who's the president of Turkish Rugby League Association. So he'll be coming up to have a chat with us in a couple of minutes' time in regards to Turkish Rugby League and where they look to be going moving forward. As the Solomon Islands have come up with possession now. Scoreline reads 20 points to 6 here at Windsor Sporting Complex. Bar TV streaming these games live from the Emerging Nations World Championships. It's their third time in existence, these championships, but the first time in Australia. So if you're watching around the world, a big welcome to you. Let us know where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. I see we've got Stuart Morris tuning in from Manchester, so all the way over the pond. Hope you're not a Manchester United supporter, Stuart. Turkey now will have a scrum feed right on halfway. Yeah, I was just chatting to Mr. Yildiz, the president of the Turkish Rugby League Association, and he's got big plans for Turkish Rugby League, which is good to see. This is what this tournament's all about, growing the game.
Yeah, they've got a club in the Balkan Super League that started off this year. There's clubs from all over the Eastern European, I should say. And it's going really strong over there. A couple of clubs from Serbia.
He was very proud to tell me that the Turkish team won the nines competition in their first outing, beating the Serbian team in the final. So big things happening for Turkish Rugby League. They're on the attack here.
Yeah, and you can see by the spectators that have turned up to support their nation of heritage. Most of the big Turkish community in Sydney, and they've come out in big numbers here today to support their side.
And that was JSC Jaden Salmon Cochrane doing well to evade that tackle. So come down the short side now through the 9. You can't beat the tackle though. That's Karabork still going. They can't put him down. He'll be asked to play the ball 10 metres out from the line, Karabork. As they go short to the big man. And push back in defence. Good tackle in defence. That was Dagdanasar with the run. There's one of the brothers, Salmon Cochrane. That's ASC. Aiden goes over under the sticks. A little bit too easy there for Turkey.
Yeah, just watching him run, weren't they? Really, they were just flat off their line, Solomon Islands, and just lied on his feet. The Salmon Cochrane boys, and Aiden's just gone over there, really basically untouched, hasn't he? Look at that, straight through.
Yeah, a little jink off the right, but you wouldn't call it a step. He saw the hole and put the foot down and did enough to get over the line. That's his second try for the day. As you said earlier, Paul, you know, club status-wise, he's unattached. So, if there's anybody watching these games, take note of the Salmon Cochrane brothers.
Yeah, that's the beauty of the Emerging Nations Championship, is that obviously there's not many NRL or Super League stars playing in this competition, but you get a lot of players from the Ron Massey Cups or Newcastle Rugby League or Illawarra, and also the lower divisions in England, like League One. There was a Coventry player, Errol Carter. So it's great to see these guys getting a chance and representing their country of heritage, and in front of the big stage. You can beam this worldwide, so it's great to see, and good luck to all the players involved, and hopefully in years to come the Emerging Nations Championship will get bigger. These countries that are competing in this Emerging Nations can progress up with the big boys.
I've had a response back from Stuart Morris from Manchester as well. So thanks for that, Stuart.
He's a Manchester Rangers supporter, is he?
No, I think he's watching the Manchester Rangers Rugby League for now.
Yep.
He's also tuning in on Bar TV to watch this game as well. So thanks very much, Stuart, for your support. all the way from the other side of the world. Dagdanasar now. Oh, lovely offload from the big man. And there's the try scorer, Aidan Salmon Cochrane. Earned himself a penalty as well. The scoreline here at Windsor Sporting Complex reads Turkey 26, Solomon Islands 6. As Turkey will look to find touch. And just finds touch. Picks up a fair few metres there, so a good kick for touch. Carter will take the tap. He takes it himself, Carter, beats one. Good jinking run there from the winger. Sura in a dummy half, nice short ball. That's the 24, Carabrook. So come the open side now. That's Aidan. Aidan Salmon Cochrane. And a penalty inside the 10 from the Solomon Islands.
Yeah, dangerous period now here for the Solomon Islands. Turkey can put them right to the sword here.
There's the big man, Dagdanasar, offloads, coming back in field. That's the 20 out there now. Salt Tutan. They go from dummy half. Can he get there? Does he get there? Is he over the line? Held up.
Yeah, lucky there. That would have been curtains, you'd think, for Solomon Islands there. But, geez, they're running from dummy half. Turkey, they just got so much time.
That was Sura looking for his second. Oh, and they've spilt their lollies. On the front foot, Turkey, and Aidan Salmon Cochrane probably just had a little look to see where the defensive line was, and little lapse of concentration there from the halfback, and he's put it down. As you said, Paul, that's let them off the hook because they were on tenterhooks there for the little bit Solomon Islands.
Yeah, it's a big set of 6 coming up from Solomon Islands here. We're only early in this second half. They don't want this one to slip away. I mean, 20 points isn't a big margin in the grand scheme of things, but we've got to play it down just out of camera shot at the moment. He's on his feet now, which is good to see. Just getting a bit of treatment from the trainer. Yeah, big set of 6 coming up here for Solomon Islands.
They've just got to get to their kick, get down the other end of the field, take a bit of pressure off. Ball's still in the back of the scrum. Finally pick it up and off they go. Moa Harbour. There's an error. Not what the doctor ordered. As that wind picks up here at Windsor Sporting Complex.
It's amazing it's not a cloud in the sky, but it's blowing a gale in this grandstand.
Now, Turkey have a great opportunity here to probably put this game beyond reach. There's still 30 minutes to go, but a try here will take the lead out to 24 points plus. Win the scrum feed now, and they come down the short side, or the shorter side. Scrum took place centre field as they play the ball 20 out from the line. Nice dummy there from Sura. Sura still going. Sura carrying defenders. He'll be tackled about 5 out from the line as they come back towards the post now. And good defence there from the Solomon Islands. That was the 12, Urton. They go short ball. Can he get his arms free for the offload? No, he cannot. He's wrapped up. That's Turgott. Sura in the dummy half. Oh, plenty of numbers out there, and that's Stalsic. That's a double for the centre. And Turkey go out to a 30 points to 6 lead over the Solomon Islands with a kick to come.
Yeah, well done. Stalsic scoring his second try of the match, and he wouldn't look out of sorts in the back row as well, Dalsic, but very well done. Kept the ball alive, went through the hands, and Solomon Islands just couldn't scramble across there. And they He's just a bit out-muscled today, Solomon Islands. We just hope they can keep with them, get a bit of ball and make Turkey work this last half an hour.
Yeah, they had a lot of numbers over there, Turkey. Didn't number up at all, the Solomon Islands. Dalsik goes over in the corner for his second try of the game.
Arno Kalkik has scored in Turkey 30, Solomon Islands 6. Kick count.
Tough assignment here for the kicker. As we said, the breeze has picked up a bit, so no gimme by any stretch. It strikes it well. Oh, and it hits the crossbar. Well, that's unlucky.
Conversion unsuccessful. The score remains Turkey 30, Solomon Islands 6.
So we've had 11 minutes gone in this second half here at Windsor Sporting Complex. We're here for the Emerging Nations World Championships. The scoreline reads Turkey 30, Solomon Islands 6. Great initiative for these championships. This is the third instalment of them. The first time in Australia. A big thank you to the sponsors of this as well. We've got the Rugby League International Federation, New South Wales Rugby League, National Rugby League, New South Wales Government Office of Sport, Beastware, St Mary's Rugby League Club, Cabramatta Leagues and Windsor Leagues Club. So a big thank you to those guys for coming on board and supporting this great initiative to grow the game. As the Solomon Islands kick off, and it's an awkward one to deal with. They might get it back here. No, they don't. That's well cleaned up there by Jaden Salmon Cochran. Or JSC as he's affectionately known here in the commentary booth.
Now, Dan, 12 months ago, you're sitting at home having a nice beer. Would you ever imagine that you were calling a Turkey v Solomon Islands rugby league game?
A week ago, I wouldn't have imagined that, to tell you the truth. But it's certainly been an experience. It's opened up my vocabulary. I'll be talking to the president shortly, and I'll be asking him to get that team sheet sorted out for the next round. That was a bit of a doozy. And speaking of the devil, he has arrived. Mr. Yildiz. Good. We'll just see if your microphone's on.
We're all good to go.
We're good to go. So we're here with the president of the Turkish Rugby League Association, Mr. Yildiz. How are you, sir?
Doing great. I'll be fantastic, man. We're very pumped up here. First time ever.
You proud of your boys?
Absolutely. I'm just thrilled, stoked for the boys for the first time. So proud. You may hear actually they're screaming out Gallipoli, Gallipoli. The reason why they say Gallipoli, Gallipoli never passed Gallipoli. That's why.
Very good, very good.
Well, we were speaking earlier and you're talking about big goals and big ambitions for your team. So baby steps at the moment and a good win today by the looks of things.
Yeah, we need to start somewhere, and we have started. So this is our baby steps. To join the Emerging Nations is unbelievable, unbelievable. And so, it's taken about 2.5 years for us to get to this spot. And they were just laughing at us when we first started, and saying, "What what is rugby league?" And they were just basically, I had to explain it's rugby league between soccer and wrestling. So in between.
Well, talk to me about not just Turkish Rugby League, but Rugby League in Turkey. How's that going?
Okay, in Turkey right now, we have just started our third season. Our third season now is going to combine 10 men's teams and 4 female teams, women's teams. So it's the first time ever. Last year we only had 4 men's teams. But with the success of our rugby league in Turkey, for example, we were invited from the European Rugby League Association to join the Balkan Championship Nines tournament, first time ever. It was held in Serbia. And we got the boys to play, and we won it. We beat the Serbs.
Oh, congratulations.
In their own, on their own backyard. And so it was a fantastic result. And then we played our first ever, it wasn't official, but first time ever men's 4-13 against the Serbs. Well, last night, but it was a great start, and now we're here.
And we're more than happy to have you down here, and they've certainly put on a show for their first first official game, they've looked really good. We saw just moments ago a big hit from the centre, Arda Dalsik.
Yeah.
He's really stood out today, 2 tries.
Yep.
You play Japan on Thursday.
Yep.
You like your chances in that one as well?
Oh, we're feeling good. We're feeling good. We boys are really pumped up. They're all excited. We want to show the crowd that, you know, Turkey's we're here to play, and we're definitely here to play. You know, we got 4 players from Turkey come. You know, these 4 players, one of them's from Eskişehir, Erdem Çağdaş, and his family. You know, let's say hello to the family from here. And we've got Doruk Çelik Tutan. He's from Istanbul. He plays for Kadıköy Bulls. Then we've got Atalay Alçay, and then we've got Alican Ajar. They're all from Istanbul Kadıköy Bulls. I mean, these kids, you know, they just started like about 3 or 4 years ago with this rugby league. But now we've also got 4 players from Europe. We've got Hussein Hus, who's not on the squad today. He's from France, and we've got Ali Bokas, number 6. He's been kicking goals and scoring tries, our hooker. And we've got 2 fantastic players. We've got Errol Carter from England, Coventry Bears, and our limelight, our captain, Johnson Turgut, Red Devils. So you know, we're pretty represented. We're pretty good here.
Yeah, he's been very impressive, Turgut. All right, well, Mr. President, it's been an absolute pleasure. And I hope only good things for Turkish Rugby League moving forward. And I'm sure with a man with your passion for the game that you'll move forward in leaps and bounds. So
thank you.
Thank you very much for your time.
For having me. Thank you.
That was the president of the Turkish Rugby League Association, Mr. Yildiz. And they've got big plans, the Turkish Association. And so they should. They've been very impressive today. So Solomon Islands now are on the attack. Things have gotten a little bit heated out there over the last sort of 4 or 5 minutes.
It has not let up since the opening kickoff. The boys have been belting each other, and credit to Solomon Islands, they are just not laying down.
So I'll play the ball a couple of metres out here through Tungaka. He's been in everything today, Tungaka, as the kick comes across field. It's a decent enough kick. They go up. It's well taken by the 24 for Turkey. That's Karabork. That's Carter now at a dummy half. So well diffused, that bomb. Carter will play the ball 10 metres out from his own line. Karabork again. Good shot in defence. That's just one-on-one, brute strength. That's Kai Puia. Now Turkey have to work it off their own line. Do some tough work. Oh, the big man, just ankle tapped. Baskignali looked to have gone through. Somebody just got a piece of him. As ASC puts the kick downfield. That's Singa Moana now. Bring it back. And good numbers in defence from Turkey. You wouldn't want to run it in.
I think I want to run at any of them out there.
Dave
They're just
Danisar.
absolutely belting each other.
He's a mountain of a man. Solomon Islands now into Turkey's half. They go to the right. Run back in behind the play the ball. 3 in the tackle though. They'll be able to slow it down. Dave Danisar in there again. It's Kengalu with the run. They come the open side now. A little kick over the top. Doesn't look like any of the outside backs were aware to it. He's found touch though. Take a bit of pace out of the game. Get a breather for his big man. Turkey will have a scrum feed about 20 metres out from their own line.
Yeah, both teams will enjoy a little bit of a breather here. And set for the scrum, the Solomon Islands boys. We're back on the 40-metre line, and I'll pack this scrum now.
Yeah, it was a great little chat there with Gürol Yildiz, the president of Turkish Rugby League. He's a very passionate man. I was speaking to him at half time and couldn't wait to tell me the plans that they've got in place moving forward. So only good things to come from Turkey as they break down the left touchline. Good cover defence though from the Solomon Islands. That looks like it might be Turgid out there on the left wing. That's Dalsic now, heavily involved today. 2 tries. Put an absolute bell ringer on an attempted bomb before. And I've talked him up and he's gone and played the ball incorrectly.
The commentator's curse strikes again.
Thank you, Mr. Dalsic. No, but besides that, he's been outstanding today out in the centre. As you said earlier, Paul, he wouldn't look out of place in the second row.
There's a couple of players out here at the Solomon Islands. They're, as I said, they're just made up of local talent back in Solomon Islands, and full credit to them. They're coming up against a couple of Ron Massey Cup players and Jersey Fleet players in the Turkish side, and they're giving it a red-hot go. And certainly some talent back there in Solomon Islands, so maybe we'll see, maybe New South Wales or Queensland Cup grab a hold of a couple of these guys. And as I say that, I've just done the commentator's curse. But
they went the old fake knock-on into I'll take it off you and run.
Has to go down as a tackle, doesn't it?
No, it looked more like a shoulder charge to me, but we won't talk about that.
Slater's Law.
As they go on the attack now, the Solomon Islands. It's Jefferson Syria out there now. And if anything out of this, Paul, it's a great learning experience for them to fly to Australia and play in a tournament such as this, and they'll only grow from this.
Absolutely. The key is just to keep them playing. Don't want this to be a one-off thing and we don't see them for 12 months. We want them to keep playing Vanuatu or New Caledonia. We want them to line up and keep playing these test matches, and the same goes for Turkey. I'd like to see them take on Serbia and their neighbours more often, playing tournaments like this. That's what the Emerging Nations is all about.
We've got another guest joining us, Paul. We've got Aaron Mcdonald, the coach of the successful Malta Knights, joining us. Good afternoon, Mr. McDonald. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
You were very impressive first up.
Yeah, it was a good start to the game, and then I thought we got a bit scrappy towards the end. Probably weren't as patient as we needed to be, but it's certainly nice to get the win.
Good hit there.
Yeah, this has been a pretty good game in regards to defence. A few shots put on so far. Just looking through the draw, and you guys have Niu up next.
Yeah, that'll be a tough game, mate. We're expecting some big things from Niue. They've got a fair lineup with plenty of experience with New South Wales Cup players, and it's going to be another tough game for us for sure.
All right, put you in the coach's chair. Who was your best today?
I thought Tyler Castle today was exceptional in both defence and attack. He played the 80 minutes, mate. Worked really hard, and did an awesome job. So he really impressed me today. And I thought probably after that, mate, our halves went pretty well and organised us, throughout the game, and majority of the time followed the game plan.
Well, Paul actually gave Tyler our unofficial man of the match. He was Paul's best on ground today, so we agreed with you on that one. Now, obviously, you come here with expectations to win the whole tournament, so that game on Thursday is a big one for you.
Yeah, it's a massive game. I think we're all here to do our best and certainly win. And I think we know we need to try and finish top of our pool if we can. And the way to do that is to get a good result against Niue. One locked away today already with the win, and we need one more to put us in the right position for next week's semi-finals.
Good stuff. All right, well, I might leave it there. We've got a little bit of action going on down here. Thank you very much for joining us, Mr. McDonald, and good luck on Thursday.
No worries. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.
So Solomon Islands, they've got the scrum feed here.
Little half break there from Singamoana. Couldn't beat the fullback. They certainly haven't shut up shop, the Solomon Islands. They've continued to try hard. They might have been worried a bit earlier in this second half that the score could have blown out, but they've stemmed the flow and they're still trying very hard.
The Turkish boys will definitely know they've been in the game.
big thank you there to Aaron Mcdonald from Malta, the coach, for joining us there, giving us his thoughts on not just today, but the upcoming games as well. They'll all be streamed live on Bar TV as the Solomon Islands now dancing and jinking through. That's Momoa. He's put the ball on the deck.
Yeah, it's been
penalty.
Problem all day. They get into an attacking position and they just push that last pass or just have a look and spill the ball. But they'll learn from this and they'll keep coming. They won't let up.
They go to the winger. That's Lavenstar. He'll be tackled 2 metres out from the line. Can they get on the board again here, the Solomon Islands? There's the play the ball. Just takes a settler now. Mayabata. He'll be tackled 5 out from the line. Still plenty of tackles up their sleeve for the Solomon Islands. Sloppy play the ball and an error.
Yeah, Turkey could have been penalised there for pushing in the ruck, but he just stepped on the dummy half and yeah, another mistake there for Solomon Islands, unfortunately. So, a scramble pack. Turkey bring this down on their own 10-metre line and looking to post some more points. Just looking, I've noticed that the lights are on here too at the ground down.
Yeah, a little bit premature, but we will be here for another game. We've got another game coming up on Bar TV Sports. We've got Greece taking on Hungary in the European Derby. I saw some of the Hungary boys downstairs waiting to get into the sheds, and my God, they are huge. It's Turgott now. He'll play the ball 20 out from his own line.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that, Dan. Greece and Malta, they've been around now for a number of years, but Turkey and Hungary are reasonably new at rugby league, and they've just come on the scene. And look at this for a run.
Dalsic up the middle. Tough man to stop. Still trying to get up, still trying to play the ball. Very slow play the ball. Probably lucky not to give away a penalty there, Solomon Islands. It's play on. Turkey play the ball about 30 out from the line. That's Dagdanasar. Play the ball 30 out. Last tackle now. They get out of dummy. Come the short side. A little kick in behind. Will it sit up? Oh, caught underneath his feet. He just couldn't get it out from underneath his feet. Selk Titan out there on the left. Lovely little kick in behind by Jaden Salmon Cochran. The Solomon Islands survived that raid.
Yeah, they'll go again.
They'll look to work it off their own line now. Tough sledding for the boys from the Solomon Island. We've mentioned it a few times, all locals. They've come over here to Australia to play in this Emerging Nations tournament. Big learning curve for them, but they're holding their own as they make a break up the middle. Come to the fullback. Can't beat the fullback. That's a great chase back there. Good cover defence. Singer Moana, that's the second time he split them in this second half. And lovely footwork there from Angakim Mau.
Just needed some support there. It was a great run.
10 metres out from the line. Solomon Islands on the attack. A great short ball. He'll be tough to stop. And he's over. Jimmy Mayabata.
He started from the back fence.
He stormed onto that like the 345 freight train from Central. And there was nobody going to get in front of him to stop him from scoring that try. And the Solomon Islands get on the board in the second half. The scoreline reads Turkey 30, Solomon Islands 10 with a kick to come.
Yeah, well done, Solomon Islands. They toiled away all day, and Jimmy Mayabata, what a run. Big front rower. He's been out there for over 60 minutes in this game. Hasn't had much of a rest, and to charge onto the ball like that, that's wonderful stuff.
We've had Romeo Monteith write in on Facebook. Good luck from the Jamaica Rugby League Association. So getting some love from Jamaica there. Where have we had so far? Kuwait, Jamaica, Manchester.
Couple from Canada.
Couple from Canada. As the conversion successful. 30 points to 12, the scoreline here at Windsor Sporting Complex. A lovely little kick there by Sanya.
You've got to remember too that most of the overseas people, it's way past midnight in the early hours of the morning, so well done to all those people streaming in from Europe or in the Americas. It's great to have you on board.
Turkey will look to get us underway as that breeze picks up again.
I don't think it's a breeze anymore, Dan.
It's a gust. The Solomon Islands now work it off their own line. Ran straight over the top of his own player there. Gave him the big don't argue. That came off his foot, so it'll be play on. Looked like a little bobble there in the play of the ball, but came off his foot. 8.5 minutes to go in this Emerging Nations World Championship. Pool B. Looks like Turkey will be taking the victory, but Solomon Islands have certainly got a lot to be proud of. As they earn themselves another penalty.
Yeah, Solomon Islands, they've got a game on Sunday against Hong Kong, so they've got a bit of a break now for their next game. So that'll be more of an even contest, Hong Kong v Solomon Islands. Look forward to that one.
A little bit of back chat there from Turkey. Got them marched another 10 metres. So Romeo Monteith, if Solomon kicked for 2 on all those penalties they got, would be a closer score. It's probably not wrong.
And just a reminder for the viewers, our Exbrook, obviously there's one more game to come after this, but we'll be out at St Mary's on Thursday. We've got 4 games. And Japan will be taking on Turkey, so Japan will kickstart their campaign.
Turkey have been super impressive here today. Spoke to their president a bit earlier. Couldn't wipe the smile off his face. The first official competitive game. Mia Barter looking for a double. The big front rower. Coming home with a wet sail here, Paul.
Sprung to life.
They're in. Did he get it down? He has. Oh, they're over from dummy half. The Solomon Islands score. I think that was the 9. Tenga Moana. And all of a sudden, the scoreline reads 30 points to 16 with the kick to come. Just under 7 minutes to go.
Good on him here. Just the boys on their haunches a bit. Maybe a bit of a help there from the big front row pushing the marker off, which cleared the space for Tenga Moana. But well done, Solomon Islands. They get their third.
They haven't given up the ghost. There's still 6.5 minutes to go. There's the kick, and the conversion is unsuccessful. That puts a bit of a dampener on things. Could have been in for a grandstand finish there, Paul.
Yeah, certainly, and you know, anything's possible in this Pool C. There's five teams: Poland, Hong Kong, and Japan yet to play. So for and against could come into play to get into that all-important semi-finals position. So you know, the margin's now 14. That's very important, that try for Solomon Islands.
Yeah, and the way they've worked it, the countries have been placed into 2 pools of 3 teams and 1 of 5 based on their world rankings, Paul. So top 2 nations from Pool A and Pool B will contest the World Championship, whilst those in Pool C will compete alongside the ones eliminated from the championship for the trophy and bowl competitions. So that's been done they've been grouped accordingly to their experience levels to make sure that the games are close, like we've seen here today. As Dalsic gives away a penalty off the kickoff.
Yeah, some heavy contact again there, and
he's looked good with the ball, Dalsic, and he's put on some real big shots in defence. That one probably on the illegal side, but we see it again on replay.
Yeah, both of these sides definitely know they've been in a footy game today.
He might need Billy Slater's lawyer for the judiciary. He looked to have tried to wrap his left arm there, didn't he? I think, and probably didn't have another choice.
I think he's got that much strapping on his shoulder. He couldn't get it around.
Yeah, they'll be on the phone to the Melbourne Storm after that one to get the contact details for the defence lawyer. It's been put on report. And not predicting anything, but if he was to miss the next game, he'd be a big out because he's been very good today, Dalsic.
Yeah, he's probably been one of their best on field, I'd say, Dan. He's done some great work in defence, although that one was a bit illegal. But other than that, he's had a sound game and 2 tries as well.
Solomon Islands now take the tap. Been good value for money, the Solomon Islands today. Just after half-time, Turkey scored early on and we thought it might be shut the gate, but they've dug in Solomon Islands and put in a performance that they can be proud of. So they come the open side. There's one of the try scorers who tries to offload and does so. It's well picked up there. Yabata with the offload as they come down the short side. That's Sanya. Takes the line on. He'll be tackled 20 out from the line. 4 minutes and change to go in this game as they come down the short side, the Solomon Islands. They'll go close to touch. He does well to stay in field there. It's Lavenstar. This will be the last tackle. Well, if we're in for a grandstand finish, it's got to happen now. Comes to Sanya, he puts a kick across field. That's a decent kick as well. Up into the sun. It's been knocked forward by the Solomon Islands and run dead by Turkey. So it'll be a change of possession. Turkey with a play the ball 10 metres out from their own line.
Yeah, that wasn't a bad set of 6 from Solomon Islands at all. They got the kick on the last, put Turkey under pressure, and Turkey has switched off a little bit here, but Solomon Islands, they just have not let up, haven't given in, and that's all you can ask for as a coach.
And they've gotten better as the game's gone on, Paul. They've looked more comfortable in attack in this second half, and that kick there from Sanya was right on the spot. Came down 1 metre out from the try line as Turkey knocked the ball on. So a little bit sloppy here from Turkey towards the end of the game.
That's it, another try here will be crucial for both teams. Heading into that semi-finals, for and against, could play a big part. Just because you win your 2 games doesn't necessarily mean you go into the semi-finals. So it's a big chance for Solomon Islands. Instead they've got Hong Kong. Turkey's got Japan coming up. They're the unknown quantity.
As the gale force wind picks up here in the grandstand at Windsor Sporting Complex. Doing my best to shield the microphone, but it's not working.
Run from dummy half, from the scrum.
Just over 2 minutes to go here in this Emerging Nations World Championship clash between Turkey and the Solomon Islands, and it's the Solomon Islands finishing the stronger of the two. Turkey in front, 30 points to 16 though. They'll take the W from this one. It's Tangaka. I reckon he's touched the ball nearly every set, Tangaka. Heavily involved. As they go short, that's Lavenstar coming in field, looking for a run. They're deep to the left. A little bit of shape out here. As they go to the right, short ball to Mayabata. He's in again, the big man. The big front rower, Jimmy Mayabata, with a double.
Yeah, great to see. He's just kept toiling away, gets 2 tries.
The human battering ram. Give it to him 5 metres out and try and stop him.
Look at that, just ducks into the defence. You can't do anything about that on your goal line.
And the scoreline here reads 30 points to 20 now. Minute 20 to go as they convert. I think time's just going to run out on them, the Solomon Islands, but a great effort in the second half.
Jimmy Mayalata takes the score to Turkey, 30. Solomon Islands, 22.
With a minute to go here, Turkey in no rush to get this game restarted. Rightly so. They lead 30 points to 22 over the Solomon Islands. And we did it in the first game, Paul. I'll ask you who is your best for both teams. We'll start with Turkey.
Oh, I'd have to say Arda Dalsic, the centre. He's been strong in defence. And but also Salman Cochrane boys. They were very good early and just cut the Solomon Islands defence to ribbons. And that really set up the win for Turkey.
I can't go past the big man, Mayabata, for for the Solomon Islands. He's been out there nearly all game. He's got himself 2 tries. It's been hard to stop. And I'll give the halfback a rap as well. Timo Sanger, he's been very good today.
Interesting, just looking through the program here, Jimmy Mayabata, he's the only representative from the Tigua Tigers. So well done to that club. Your player's got 2 tries in the Emerging Nations.
Don't forget to hang around here on Bar TV Sports. We'll be streaming the next game between Greece and Hungary. We'll be streaming all the games from the Emerging Nations World Championships. They go around again on Thursday at St Mary's. As the Solomon Islands break through again. Comes to the fullback, steps to fullback, the cover defence comes, a great tackle. That was Aidan Salmon Cochran coming across in cover defence. And Gikamua with the break.
Nice play.
Singer Moana, sorry. As they go to the right, they go close again. Oh, he'll be stopped just short. As the hooter goes in the background, a great finish to this game. The scoreline reads Turkey 30, Solomon Islands 22, and both teams take a bow. Great game of rugby league.
Yeah, what an entertaining game of football that was. Solomon Islands, they looked like they were dead and gone at half time. Full credit to them. They come back and just absolutely just kept toiling away. Turkey in the end just had to hang on, and well, they got the points, but well done.
Well, congratulations to Turkey. They go to 1 win for the competition. As I said, they'll be going around again on Thursday. And we'll be back here shortly for the 3rd game between Greece and Hungary, so stay tuned.